It's not really 5 o'clock, is it? I don't think so. Namaste and welcome. Namaste and welcome. This is Shantal from She Achieves Studio. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Welcome to a morning live. Good morning. Good morning. Peace out. Satnam in the house. I love it. Had some amazing dreams in dreamland last night. And it is amazing when you wake up in the morning and are able to take some time before you get out of bed to sort of synthesize and massage what the dreamland offered you. There's so much knowledge and wisdom that can be found through the dreams. Yet sometimes as soon as that alarm goes off, boom, we're out of bed. Boom, the sympathetic nervous system is on fire. So I invite you to be curious and to observe if you can take a few moments to place right hand on the belly, right hand on the heart, and dive into that beautiful state that you just came out of with observation and curiosity. Beautiful. I love you, Vanessa. I love you so much. Satnam. I am eternally grateful and thankful for being a part of the Starseed Collective. Always. Thank you for sharing this morning. Beautiful. Now, before I begin the card pull in a yoga pose, the cold shower every day. Okay, thank you. Yes, I do step into a cold shower every day. And I love it. For my body, I am primarily fire element, which in GUNA Yoga School, which I am hosting the spring session, there's lots of information on sheachievestudio.com. There's only 3 spaces left for this beautiful and transformative yoga teaching, whether you teach for others or yourself. So before I go into the daily practice and the devotion of Kundalini, I step into a cold shower. And as I was mentioning, I am primarily fire element, which is Rajasic. It's fire, it's energy, it's this explosiveness, it's movement, it's friction, it's heat. And as soon as I turn on that cold shower, I can feel the heat that is congested inside, which for me turns into stress, pissed offness, irritability. Well, fine then, mantra. It just dissipates all of it and it cools it down. I can literally feel the heat dissipating and dissolving from my physical energy, spiritual, mental, and emotional body. So thank you for reminding me. Yes, cold shower, baby, all the way. Do it. I love it. What a beautiful way to cleanse, especially the nervous system and what I call the sleepy head. Get out of the sleepy head and jump into a cold shower. Works every time. All right, so let's go into I'm going into yoga pose. You don't have to go into a yoga pose. As always at She Achieves Studio, you get to choose to step in or step out. It's your choice. I really want to stretch out my external and internal rotators. So I'm going to go into supported pigeon pose while I go into the card pull. So the moon phase tonight is, or last night it was half moon, I call it, which is, I think technically it's called the 3rd quarter, but I call it half moon. Very powerful. I also entered moon cycle. Yes, I am on moon cycle as well, which usually unites with the moon phase, either half moon, new moon, or full moon. Or maybe if I'm doing a hat trick, it happens 3 times in a month. I don't know. So I'm going to be very gentle with myself. And I invite you the same. Be observant through the day and ask the body. Ask the body, what does it need? And we're not only asking the body, we're also listening to the body. The body has a different language than the mind's language. the narration, the narrator of the body is a different frequency than the mind. And what pulls that all together? Well, it's the navel, the heart, the throat. Okay. So pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Sat nam and pay attention. Okay. I'm going to go into this restorative pose. If you want to go into a pigeon pose, by all means, please feel free to do so. You can. I'll just let you figure that out on your own because this is not a yoga practice. I'm just doing this because it feels good. Because it feels good. And I'm getting my butt supported and getting the bolsters and the fuzzy sheepskins already. Okay, and here we go. Actually, I think I need a little bit higher. Isn't it lovely to give yourself the indulgence of taking the time to get to where you want to go? Isn't that awesome to be able to get to where you want to go and to take the time to be able to gather the resources, the support, to observe the obstacles that come up? In my eyes, obstacles are not something to hold us back. They're not something that we become constipated with. Yet it seems like it's happening a lot lately. However, there is that collective consciousness that is bringing us out of the reform of something happens to me, and that is who I identify myself with. When really, obstacles are in our path to help us grow, to help us learn, to help us move, not to pull us back, not to, in a sense, congest us or condone us. And to me, that's what I'm offering in GUNA Yoga School, because I feel that yoga is so much more than a pose, which it truly is. Yet sometimes we get stuck in the thought that we have to be bendy to be in a yoga pose. So I'm taking that one step further. I'm actually increasing the frequency and the sound projection of yoga. Yes, I am on this earth to do this. So if you're interested in changing your life on all levels, contact me. This is my jam. This is what I do. I got the universal permission. And it's pretty awesome. Okay. So half moon. Let's think about the intention before the card pull. The half moon. Okay, so we're halfway. The shopping cart was empty after the new moon. And now through the supermarket of life, we're filling the shopping cart up. And now we're half full. We're half full. So now we have to be very cognizant of what we continue filling the other half of the shopping cart with. And I believe I talked about that a few days ago as well. So we're in the waxing phase of the moon cycle. Oh, okay. So what do we not need? Okay, so it's coming through that we're going to have a tendency to pick up things off of the shelf in the supermarket of life that we don't really need. Oh my gosh, we're going to be filling. Oh my gosh. Have you ever filled your shopping cart with something that you don't need, that doesn't serve you? Yes. So this is going to guide us. This card pull is going to guide us into how we can discern from what serves us and what doesn't serve us. So then what this is going to do is help us not fill our shopping carts, energy field, with expired items. Ooh, I like it. That's juicy. That is juicy. I love it. Here we go. Oh, Mackenzie Swan. Hi, Mackenzie. Good morning, Mackenzie. Say hi to Cooper for me. Say hi to Coopy Poopy. Hi, Brookie. Okay, here we go. So this card is going to help guide us in keeping the energy clean. So we're not filling up on junk food, AKA energies that don't serve us, or we take on other people's energies when really it's not ours to take on. It's not up to us to take on other people's energies. Yes, we can be compassionate, yet Why let other people's energies penetrate you? And that's what, in essence, Guna Yoga School is going to help you with. Any offering that I offer at Chia Chief Studio helps you take command of your energy because it's yours. Your energy is not the experiences that you have had in your lifetime. The energy is not the emotions that come and go. The energy is more than that. And that's what we tap into. So this card, Doomavati, you might be able to see that a little bit. Doomavati. That is our card. I'm excited to find out what the teaching is of how we can keep the energy field clean so we're not filling up on junk food energy. And that can be physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, mentally. Okay, Doomavati. I'm going to say that's a deity. And I'm going to read you a story because I love reading stories. And the page is 111. And I can feel the piriformis finally opening up a little bit. Okay, Doomavati. Goddess of disappointment and letting go. Ooh, this is juicy. Have you ever wanted something? You really, really wanted something and you didn't get it. And you didn't get it. And you were disappointed. And then that energy was like super heavy through the entire day. And then you started to piggyback off of that heavier and slower, denser energy of disappointment. And then you started to feel more disappointed and more disappointed. And it was like a snowball effect, a domino effect. Okay. So part of this is, again, removing the attachment, which is one of the 5 kleshas, one of the 5 obstacles of suffering in yoga philosophy, releasing the attachment to the disappointment. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Well, I'll tell you, it opens up a lot of space. Ready for the story? Let's go. You, my darling, have finally realized that all of the hardships and struggles you faced were brought on your path for a very important reason. How can our disappointments be our greatest teachers? Seriously, how can they become our greatest teachers so we can move through them? They've shaped you to be the person you are today. You have to put together the dots on all of the most difficult points on your journey, and you've realized that it was all necessary to be here right now. Doomavati has come to remind you to give thanks to the struggles you faced. They've made you now to your highest self. Okay, I love that. I'm just going to switch positions here very gently. Ooh, and go into a little bit of a hip circumduction. There we go. And into a toe stretch as I talk about this. Okay, so Doomavati reminds us to be curious as to how can we see all of the hardships in our lives as not who we are, as not as our identities. It's not our identification. It's not our driver's license. Okay. It is an experience that we are meant to have and that we've actually called upon to have through the soul contracts. And that's a whole other story in Akashic Records. Sat Nam. How can we be observant when we are feeling the attachment of disappointment and we start identifying ourselves with that disappointment? Okay. Well, number 1, it's willingness. Willingness is everywhere. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Oh, I got to come closer because I can't see that far. Satnam. School's going to be thank you so much. Yes, GUNA school is going to be amazing. You are such a powerful teacher, and this school is going to help so many people. It is going to help so many people. We're going to continue to raise the sound frequency. The sound current is so good. Thank you so much. Satnam, I love it. I love it. Let's keep it going. Okay, I'm going to finish off the last card. And these energy cards, I'm going to a different deck. They've been calling the last 2 days, so I will heed their call and invite them into our party this Friday morning. Okay, so let's talk about how do we do this? How do we dissolve the attachment to disappointments to be able to let go? As I was mentioning a few moments ago, number one is willingness. You gotta be willing. You gotta be willing. If you're not willing, it don't matter who says what. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's not gonna resonate. It's not gonna click. You gotta be willing. Okay. Once you're willing, then you can become curious. Now, this is really cool in yoga. This is something I've learned, and it's taken me many, many years to truly understand, is that you can observe something. You can observe a person, place, or thing. Yeah. Yet you don't have to observe it and want to change it. Okay. You can observe something that's happening without it being like right up all in your face, yo. Okay. You can create space. And in essence, that's what yoga offers on any level, whether you're in a physical pose or you're having some self inquiry. How can you observe without wanting or having the need to change it? You're just observing it. You're just observing it. And then when you observe it, you can start to create space. And how we do that? Well, pranayama, mantra, mudra, asana, asking for support, booking in a session with Shantal. Because this is what I do. This is what I do. I help you. I help you connect to the deeper wisdom of the soul, to be able to listen to the body language and to receive spaciousness in the mind. And this leads me to another comment I would really like to share, is the mind is not meant to shut off. If the mind is shut off, we're brain dead. And that's not cool. Okay. That doesn't feel good. So how about let's rephrase, let's change the narration on that. Instead of shutting off the mind or stopping, I got to stop thinking. I can't stop thinking. I need to stop thinking. No, the mind, be kind to the mind. It only knows how to think. The mind, that's its job. And sat nam to the mind to helping us figure out how to tie our shoes and wipe our butt. Okay, like I'm serious. Thank you to the mind. The beautiful part, the bouquet of this, is that we can learn to redirect the mind's attention and the direction of thoughts. You are in command of that completely. Now, you may have the willingness to be able to do that, yet you may not have the capacity or the support or the knowledge to be able to bring that intention into action. So then what? So then you sit around with this intention and no action, and you go around in circles all your life, and you're like, well, what the hell? Or you recognize that there's an imbalance between intention and action, and then you feed the fire, because that's Rajas Guna, the fire element, like I was talking about in the cold shower. Some people may not have an excess of Rajasic energy. Some people may have a deficiency of Rajas, of fire energy, a lack of action. And then what you do is you create more fire to bring that energy up, to create action into intention. Okay, you pick up what I'm laying down? Yeah, and if you don't, if you're like, I got no idea what you talking about, sister. Okay, well, come talk to me. I will talk to you every day about this, and I do. I love it. Okay, I think all of those dialogues have been started and finished. Okay, so we're accessible to go into the energy cards. Okay, everything ties in together. Okay, everything is a collective, everything having an individual experience. So the card Dumavati was reminding us, let me see if I can remember this. She was reminding us that the obstacles in our life, if we can observe them as teachings with curiosity to create space between the experiences, the obstacles, the disappointments, and who we truly are, our soul, then we are able to let go. Okay, cool. So now, question is, universe, cool, but I'm going to call you on this. How do we continue to let go in this human experience? Okay. How do we, no, that didn't take long. Oh, two of them. Okay. We got two cards. Okay. So these cards represent the answer from the universal guidance of how can we actually learn to let go in our human experience. Well, the first one, are you ready for this? Satnam, Satnam, walking away. Walking away. You physically walk away. Oh my gosh, like who would have thought? I can actually walk away from a person. I can walk away from an experience. I can walk away from a disappointment, and that's going to help me let go. Yeah, walking away. The second card came up, the thinking woman. I don't know about you, but this is like really exciting for Friday. I want to find out. I want to find out what this means. I'm like so excited. Okay, so as I'm looking through, letting go, moving on. I'm telling you, people, I'm telling you, this is real. This is real. I don't know if I should share this. I really want to share this. Yes, because the universe is like, yeah, don't hoard, Shantal, don't hoard. Okay, I'm going to get into Sukhasana. And I've got this pillow here because I love the feeling of sheepskin. I love being surrounded by soft furriness. It feels nice. Feels nice. Keep something soft and furry in your pocket. Okay. All right. Before I go into this, these two cards to answer how can we actually learn to let go in our human experience, like today, because I'm all about real life and real time. Like it's great to read and learn, but how do we actually embody? Well, and that's what I help you with, to do all this, to figure it out in the human frequency. Okay. Okay, I just have to connect here. And yes, today the space was opened before I started the card pull. So I just wanted to let you know the sacred space has been opened. I just didn't do it on camera. Okay. The universe is going to match your sound frequency. Okay. So if things happen to you that you're like, oh, that's weird. I was just talking about letting go in the first card that we pulled. And now the second card from a totally different deck says the same thing. Well, that's weird, universe. And then leave it at that. If that's the sound frequency where you're at, peace out. I love you all, brothers and sisters. Like Satnam, rock this world. Okay, rock this life. And what happens is the universe is going to catch up on that frequency, and that's what it's going to give you. So that's why in life we sometimes feel like, shit, I'm having the same experience. I meet the same people. I'm making the same amount of money as I was. I'm having the same dreams. I'm doing the same things. Okay. If you want it, I don't know if it's easy, yet it's simple. If you want to increase the vibration, the next time that, oh, that's weird, happens, stop, recognize it, take a deep breath, navel to third eye, in between the eyebrows in the center of the brain, the pineal gland, which is actually a degree cooler than the rest of the body. So you stop, you recognize it. You're like, oh, wait, Shantal reminded me to not to move the frequency to a higher projection. So you stop, you become willing, you breathe, and then you rephrase that. You rephrase that sentence saying, oh, that was weird. And you rephrase it into, thank you, universe, Sat Nam, peace out, namaste, Hare Hare Ho, whatever you want to say, in a way that you are being respectful, cognizant, and aware of what just happened. Okay, so we level up the frequency, meaning we go from, well, that was weird, to, thank you, universe, I get it. Okay, witness the universe. My amazing teacher has reminded us that everyone loves to be witnessed. Everybody wants to be witnessed in one form or another. Okay. Everyone wants to be appreciated. It's our birthright. It's our birthright to come from love. It's our birthright to love ourselves. It's our birthright to be witnessed. And it's also our birthright to be appreciated. And it can be very challenging to do this in our world when we're unable to do this for ourselves. And that, my friends, is self-compassion, forgiveness, love, and yoga. It's true. Satnam, you want some of that? Come get it. Come get it. Okay? Come see me. Okay, here we go. Walking away. So the universe is going to tell us right now, in human form, in human experience, how we are able to let go today. This is cool. This is cool. Like, thank you, universe. Thank you for this. It's a little bit of a story. It's about 3 paragraphs. So take a deep breath, get comfy, soften the jaw, feel the tongue. I'm going to read you another story. Story time with Shantal. I love it. This card shows someone walking away. Okay, you can kind of see it. There you go. Okay. Yeah, and cards represent so much visually. Okay. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation, which means this person is no longer attaching themselves. They've become willing, and now they're taking action to that intention to physically walk away, to create space, to create space. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. Absolutely. Sometimes we walk away from the attachments. And what's the opposite of attachment? I don't know the exact word. I'd have to look it up in the dictionary. But if you're attached to something, well, letting go, I guess. Letting go. Sometimes we don't know what we're letting go into. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And that's where we have faith. That's why we do the work. That's why we do the devotional work every day. This card reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. What are you attached to? What are you ready to bring action into with the intention of letting go? There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. So let's breathe here. Let's just take a moment. Just take a moment and breathe. What appears? What shows up for you without having to overthink it or analyze it? What comes from the heart? What comes from the intuitive side? So there may be something that you're finished with that you're still holding on to. Does anyone have anything popping up? Yeah. And sometimes we don't really have to look very hard for those attachments that we're ready to let go of, but we're just not quite ready. And the beautiful part is we can remove attachments with grace and with compassion and with thankfulness. Just because we're letting go of an attachment doesn't mean we have to be like, oh, I'm so happy I'm so sick of that, right? Even that, saying that, ew. Yeah. So let's raise the vibration. And just like the first card, Dumavadi, reminds us, how can our greatest disappointments be the greatest teachers? And at She Achieves Studio, the vibration is held here so high with reverence and sanctity that we move beyond right or wrong, good or bad, where we unite polarities. And that is healing. That is where we can find the resonation of healing. Frickin' Satnam. Give me a Satnam. Satnam in the house. Love it. I love it. Oh. Okay. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing because you're attached to it. You like eating your oatmeal and ice cream in the morning. You've done it for 20 years. Why would you want to change? It served you 20 years ago. It's serving you now. Okay, I'm just using that as an example, of course. But you're now ready to look at your options on the road ahead. Ooh, maybe I'll heat up some I just made some chi pudding? No, what? Oh my gosh, what? The little beads. Chai? No, not chai. Is it chai? Chai beads? I don't know. Maybe you change from oatmeal to something else. Okay. Maybe rice pudding. So you're looking at the options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. Okay, this card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional patterns, or false belief. See, we have these we have these coping mechanisms, and in Warrior Goddess training we call these core strategies. And core strategies are our go-tos. Let me see. Ooh, okay, the universe is, my hands are getting sweaty. The universe is like, tell them the 4 core strategies, Shantal. Whew. Now the universe is testing me. Oh, okay. Our 4 core strategies, according to Warrior Goddess Training, which I'm a level 2 Warrior Goddess facilitator through Heather Ashamara. Okay. We have isolators, distractors, controllers. We either isolate, remove ourselves. We either try to control the situation. We distract ourselves from the situation. Or we are pleasers. We try to please everyone in the situation. Those are our 4 core strategies. Now, they may serve us for a time. They may serve us for a situation or to help us cope. They're freaking coping strategies, man. They help us get by because we can only do the best we can with what we know. Okay. Yet we can learn from those and we can move beyond them. But if we're ignorant to them, if we decide that I'm going to look away like the ostrich in the sand with his head in the sand, then how can we do anything about it? Okay. I want to remind you though, peace out, brothers and sisters, wherever you are. Peace in, peace out. Honor where you're at. Okay? Honor where you're at. If the head in the sand is where you're at right now, who is anyone to say you cannot be there? Maybe you have to have that experience to get through and to create the bridge to get to the other side of it. Okay, but know that there's always support out there. There's always support. Okay. So it's a good time to get rid of what no longer serves you. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Because how we relate to ourselves is how we relate to others. What I see in you is actually a reflection of what I see in me. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first started yoga, practicing it, it was hard. It was very challenging for me. It really called me on a lot of self-limiting beliefs and ingrained ruts. And in yoga, we call the deeply ingrained ruts the samskaras, the chittas and the vrittis and the kleshas. There's a whole bunch of them. Everybody has them. You know why I can say that is because these are human experiences. These are human experiences. Everybody's human on this earth. Everybody's human. Ciao. Mwah. Satnam. Satnam. Peace out. Go share the love. Everybody has these experiences. It's just how attached are we to these experiences? All right, let's finish this off. We got 5 minutes left. Whether it's the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and the resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. So if there's something in your life that you're attached to that is heavy and is congesting, then create space with willingness and let go. And how do you let go? By acknowledging, going back to the beginning and acknowledging, I am ready to let go. I am ready to let go. And that can be a mantra. I am ready to let go. Okay, let's finish off the last card and then we are done for the day. The thinking woman. So somehow this is going to piggyback on it. Now, before I go into the thinking woman, the female of wisdom or understanding, okay, I want to invite you all to a couple of things. Number one, check out sheachievesstudio.com. Okay, check it out. There is wisdom, journey, or ceremony. You get to choose wherever you're ready to move forward with to help you further let go. On Tuesday, I have been selected to enter a competition, which I have. The Pitta energy inside of me loves the competitive nature. I suppose that's why I was a fitness competitor for 4 years and love competing. I was the only female in the platoon in the reserves back in the day in North Saskatchewan Regiment. And there's been lots of competitions that I've put up for myself when I was the only one who was in the race. So now on Tuesday, March 15th, head to sheachievesstudio.com. On the home page, there's going to be a link for you to vote for me to win $10,000, which I'm going to donate to 2 local charities in Fort McMurray, and a 2-page article on me. So I am able to finally share the love and funnel this love of how I view and what I know and all of the wisdom and experiences I've had through yoga to be able to share with others, to perhaps be able to debunk some myths of yoga so it becomes a more accessible therapy, physical therapy, emotional therapy, energy therapy, mental therapy, and spiritual therapy for people, because that's how I view yoga. So please vote for me on Tuesday, March 15th. The link will be on sheachievesstudio.com. And if you know nothing about me, then go ahead and get nosy on the website. Thank you for that. And I will remind everyone on Tuesday, hard to do this. Come share the love. All right, this is our final card this afternoon. It's not even this afternoon. It might be when you watch this morning. This card shows a woman holding a book, standing before a staircase, ready to lead you to a higher understanding. This woman could be a friend who helps you impress and understand your feelings, or she could be a teacher brought to you and your life at this time to take you in a new direction. Boy, that sounds familiar. Who's reading a book doing that? And it may not be me. I think it's me. It may not be me. It may be somebody else in your life, okay, that is actually guiding you right now and that you're ready and willing to listen. This could also be a new love interest with a woman who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. Or, like the thinking man, the card could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. If so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine. Okay, so this can really resonate with you. This really resonates with me as well because I just asked everyone to vote for me to help me share the wisdom that I know, that I don't think like other people. I know nobody really thinks like other people because we all have our individual thoughts. However, collectively, I've always thought outside of the box, and I'm finally stepping into the voice and into the wisdom and the power and the courage and the faith and the love that I have something to say, and what I say people listen to. So yes, I'm very cognizant of what I say and how I say it for a reason, because I've been on the other side. I've lived a life where I didn't give a flying fork what I said and how I said it. And then I learned yoga, and I learned how to let go of attachments. I read, I took classes, brought in self-inquiry. I had the cries, the snot cries. I had the 3 days sleeping in bed, not moving. You know, I've had the indulgences and the addictions and the traumas. And I've learned that none of those define who I truly am. And that's why I feel I'm here to share with people that you are not the attachments. You are not the experiences. You do have the power to move beyond those. It's true. And we also want to invite a sense of embodiment into all of this teaching, or else it stays in our mind as thoughts. And then no wonder we question, why am I always in my head? Well, we have to embody some of these thoughts. And sometimes it can be scary, sometimes it can be hard, and sometimes it can be very liberating. It's like a snake shedding its skin. And it's a softer blow to the ego and to the emotions when you're held and you're supported. So find the support. I support everyone. I see everyone as a soul. I see everyone as a soul. Yes, I see the physical form. I know your name. Maybe I know what you like, what you don't like. Maybe I know if you're masculine or feminine. I see beyond that, though. And isn't that refreshing? For me as a human experience, it is very refreshing for me when I first learned that that's how I see people, and that's the relationship I have with people, is soul to soul. Because when we only live from our mind, our mind is expansive, yet is only limited to what we've been taught. And that's where intuition comes in, because intuition helps you understand without having to reason. And that in itself can lead you from the attachments of disappointments into being able to let go, into be able to learning a new wisdom. That's cool. I love that. Satnam. Beautiful. Okay, friends, this is it. Oh, hello. Yes. Peace out. I wave back. Thank you so much. This Friday card pull has finished, and I went into a right side pigeon. I did not go into a left, and that is okay, because sometimes we want to invite, if something is deficient, that means that another part of our life or self is excessive. If something is excessive, that means that another part of our life is deficient. So we want to kind of juggle the two and see where we can sort of, massage and contour those excessivities and deficiencies to bring in a general sense of balance. I could keep talking. Like, seriously, if this jives with you, come and talk with me. Talk to me about GUNA Yoga School. We're going to be spending 200 hours talking about all of this. And you get an international yoga certification with it through Yoga Alliance. It's amazing. So whether you live in Fort McMurray, where I am, or you want to be like, yeah, I want some of this. I want me some of this jam, this universal jam from Shantal, then connect with me, because there's also going to be online options as well. So whatever barriers or obstacles that show up, the moral of all of this card pull today is, are you available to be curious? Are you available to be curious? Question mark. That's it. Obstacles are meant for us to move through, not to stop and not to be defined. Thank you for sharing your observances, your obstacles, all of the obstacles that you experience. Thank you for sharing the cards. Thank you for sharing the universe. The work here is now done. The work here is now done. The work here is now done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Go in peace, my friends. And if you are in Fort McMurray, come see me at the Urban Market this weekend. I'm going to be offering card pulls there. So please join me. Come see me. Let's play universe anytime, anywhere. I say namaste. Sat Nam. Peace in, peace out. I love you all. And I see you again, okay? I'll see you next week. Monday to Friday next week from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Come join me. I love you all. Ciao. Peace out. Stay real. Stay in love.